Welcome to Alien, Earth, a tense and thrilling new prequel set entirely on Earth, where 5 megacorporations hold total control. It's 2120, and one of the newest and most powerful is Prodigy, led by a genius named Boy Cavalier, calculating, brilliant, and chillingly detached. At the heart of Prodigy's breakthrough? A hybrid's adult synthetic bodies created to house the minds of terminally ill children. The theory: young minds are more adaptable. The result: children's consciousnesses in fully adult, weaponized shells. Our central figure, Marcy, a young cancer patient whose consciousness is transferred into one such body. In her new form, she calls herself Wendy, because she just feels like a Wendy. Cavalier anthropomorphizes the project with overt Peter Pan symbolism. His island lab is called Neverland, and all of the hybrid kids are nicknamed the Lost Boys, each named after characters from the original story. But make no mistake, this isn't whimsical. Once they're hybrids, the children are severed from their families. That's the price of survival in this twisted future. Things escalate when Weyland-Yutani, Prodigy's rival, loses control of a research ship called the Maginot. It crashes into Prodigy City, a corporate-controlled metropolis that once was Bangkok, now rebranded New Siam. Cavalier claims the wreckage outright. No negotiation. Who controls the ship controls the outcome. But what's inside the Maginot? A veritable zoo of alien horrors, parasitic leeches that expand as they feed, grotesque eyeball monsters bursting from corpses, carnivorous plants suspended like bats, and hidden within, an intact cache of xenomorph eggs. The sole survivor? Morrow, a biomechanical cyborg whose top priority is retrieving the alien lifeforms, for Weyland-Yutani, not Prodigy. He's willing to sacrifice everyone to succeed. Prodigy fires back with a rescue team that includes standard human units, including Wendy's brother, a field medic named Joe. Back in Neverland, Wendy's allowed no contact with her former life, but she refuses to accept that. She's been monitoring Joe through Prodigy's omnipresent surveillance systems. Her handlers, Cavalier, the lead scientist, and the synthetic trainer, Kirsch, are stunned by her outlaw hacking and initiative. But Wendy sees Joe in the rescue team, which pushes her to take action. She volunteers herself and the entire Lost Boys group for the Maginot recovery mission. And these kids aren't helpless, they're a cadre of superhuman hybrids, strength, speed, reflexes, and durability enhanced far beyond human limits. Meanwhile, Joe and his team continue making their way through the ship, eventually arriving at a nearby tower that's been damaged in the crash. But things take a turn when a xenomorph appears, forcing Joe to split off from the group. He manages to escape into an elevator but is unable to send out an emergency broadcast for help. Meanwhile, Boy confides in Dame Sylvia, revealing that the hybrid project was his response to the rise of artificial intelligence. He's given Wendy enhanced capabilities, hoping to create someone who could surpass even himself in intellect. Weyland-Yutani reaches out, demanding he recover the Maginot's classified data, but Boy refuses, making it clear that any breach of his domain will be treated as an act of aggression. Back at the crash site, Wendy, Kirsch, and the Lost Boys arrive and force their way into both the ship and the tower. While searching the lab, Toodles, Smee, Nibs, and Curly come across strange leech-like organisms. They also discover a new, small octopus-like creature, barely managing to keep it contained. Joe continues his journey through the damaged tower and eventually reconnects with one of his soldiers. Together, they try to warn the remaining civilians, but the residents refuse to evacuate. The xenomorph returns, killing the soldier and many of the civilians. Joe arms himself, but the creature easily overpowers him. Just as things seem hopeless, Morrow shows up, tasering the alien, and then, unexpectedly, tasering Joe too, before dragging the unconscious xenomorph away. However, Morrow is quickly intercepted by soldiers, who arrest him. Moments later, the xenomorph wakes up and kills the squad, sparing only Morrow before vanishing into the shadows. Elsewhere, Wendy and Slightly begin searching through the tower and eventually find Joe. On their way back to the ship, Slightly reveals Wendy's true identity to Joe. He's stunned, but also relieved to be reunited with his sister. As the three continue forward, they stumble upon several xenomorph eggs. Kirsch instructs them to secure the area until a hazmat team can arrive. But an alarm is accidentally triggered, drawing the attention of the xenomorph. It snatches Joe, and Wendy, now determined to rescue her brother, leaves Slightly behind to hold down the fort.